I don't know about you boys, but I wasn't sleeping very, very well tonight. And it's not because of the things that I'm going to talk about. It's just, you know, some days you just can't sleep that well. And this was one of those days. And I was like, okay, don't worry. I have a lot of stuff to do. And I couldn't wait to get to the office and, you know, start off my day when I open Twitter and I'm greeted with the following tweet. Okay, it's from WordPress, okay? And I wasn't expecting anything to happen with WordPress because nothing ever happens with WordPress. It's just there, right? Like literally. What's the last time you heard some drama? I don't recall ever, but maybe that's just, you know, because I'm out of the loop. In this case, I was seeing all kinds of tweets from people about WordPress and I had to check out, okay, what the heck is going on? And so this is what WordPress tweeted. Pending their legal claims and litigations against WordPress.org, WP, which I'm just going to call it WP, okay? That's just much easier. WP Engine no longer has free access to WordPress resources. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so let me just pull up okay, my eyes just, thank you very much, WordPress. You should, you know, do this maybe. Okay, WP Engine is banned from WordPress.org. Okay, whatever that means. Any WP Engine customer having trouble with their sites should contact WP Engine support and ask them to fix it. WP Engine needs a trademark license. They don't have one. I won't bore you with the story of how WP Engine broke thousands of customer sites yesterday in their haphazard attempt to block or attempts to inform the wider WordPress community regarding their disabling and locking down a WordPress core feature in order to extract profit. That I will tell you is that pending their legal claims and litigations against WordPress.org, WP Engine is no longer free access to WordPress resources. That's okay. WP Engine wants to control WordPress experience. They need to run their own user logging system, update servers, plugin directory, theme directory, pattern directory, blog directory, transition photo directory, job, blah, 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 blah. So everything. So I guess what they mean is if I go to the plugins page and try to search for like whatever test, and you know, you get some plugins. I guess this is what they, you know, you can't access anymore. But isn't this just a, oh no. So this goes through the server admin Ajax. Okay, so they can block the origin, which is okay. I get it. Okay, so the reason WordPress sites don't get hacked as much as anymore as we work with hosts to block vulnerabilities at the word network layer, WP Engine will need to replicate that security research on their own. Why should WordPress provide these sources to WP Engine for free given their attacks on us? What attacks? Okay, I don't know. Okay, if you want an experienced WordPress is a hosted WordPress besides WP Engine. WP Engine is not WordPress. Okay, how so? As said and repeated, WP Engine is not WordPress. My own mother was confused and thought WP Engine was the official thing. Their branding, marketing, advertising, and the indirect promise to customers that they are giving you WordPress, but they're not, and that's profiting off confusion. Okay. I spoke yesterday at WordCamp about how Lee Whitlinger at Silver Lake, a private equity firm with 112 billion assets under management, can hollow out an open source community. He summarized the deal about $500 million in revenue on top of WordPress and contribute back 40 hours a week, automatically similar size that contributes back to 4,000. Okay, whatever that means. Today, I would like to offer a specific technical example of how they break the trust. Okay, this is what I'm interested in. So how? WordPress is a content management system and the content is sacred. Every change you make in every page, every post is tracked in a revision system. You like the Wikipedia. Okay, this means if you make a mistake, you can always undo it. Fair enough. It also means if you're trying to figure out why something is on a page, you can see precisely the history and edits that led to it. These revisions are stored in a database. Yep. This is very important as the core of the user promise is protecting your data, and it's why WordPress is architected and designed to never lose anything. WP Engine turned this off. Okay, they disable revisions because it costs them more money to store the history of the changes in the database, and they don't want to spend that to protect their content. It strikes to the very heart that WordPress does, and they shatter it, the integrity of our content. If you make a mistake, you have no way to get your content back, breaking the core promise of what WordPress does, which is manage and protect your content. Okay, that is kind of true. Here's a screenshot of the support page saying that this app is across their 1.5 million WordPress installations. Okay. So we help enable 3 regions and your process the regions will help remove 60 days. All right. And why is that a problem to you? I mean, I guess that, customers can choose not to use WP Engine. No? I mean, is this the problem? Is that all there is? This is slowing down your site, but what they mean is that you want to avoid paying to store that data. I don't think this is true. And I'm speaking from my own experience here. I'm a WordPress developer, and my main focus is on my WordPress search engine, by the way. So there's various ways to make like searching in database faster and whatnot. But the more data you have, the worse it gets. And looking up in the table, it gets slower. As an example, my eyes are just burning out. So this is a brand new WordPress installation, and this is, okay, let me close this. This is the database it comes with, okay? There's as you can see, as the Hello World page and the sample page and whatever. And what we're gonna do is, make changes to the Hello World and then save it. And then make another change and then save it. And then make another change and then save it. And then make another change and then just save it. And what happens here is that you get, I don't even know where to, here is the revisions. Okay, but I rarely ever use this feature. So there you go, you get this timeline, and I can just go back to all of these saves, which means that this data needs to be saved somewhere. And if I reload the database right now, you can see that there's 5 records, okay? If I reload, now there's 9. Okay, so 4 new records had been added, and if you check out here, see that's Hello World. So these are all, and the post status is inherit, which inherits the parent. And what's more interesting is the post type. I think it's where it is. It's revision. See, so these are all revisions. And what I don't really like about this whole thing is, as you can see, all of this data is stored in the same database where the production data is. Basically where your actual posts are. So if you want to do a search or lookup on this table, it's going to be, now it's almost twice the size after 4 or 5 changes. Now imagine there are people having 30, 40,000 posts, products. And by the way, everything is stored here, like posts, pages, every post type, so to speak. So that means WooCommerce products, that means events or whatever. It's a great way to, to store similar data. But I always felt like revisions don't really belong here. I always felt like revisions should have a separate table with the same, maybe similar way, same structure to this, so that the production data, which is actually like published, should be separated from the ones that you don't. Because when you do a search on this table, then it will look at all of this, and it will have to go through all of this data, which is, is not optimal. If you're given that I just made 4 edits to a single page, it gave 4 extra records. If you have like 30,000 different records, now you can imagine the volume of it. So going back to this claim that slowing down your website, it certainly in a certain way does. Okay, I know this is indexed and whatever, but still you are storing some unnecessary data in a way that I think it shouldn't be stored. And maybe I'm speaking because I know there's indexes on this, on this table. So like when you go, you want to search through post name and whatever. Okay, there's a different, like when you do different lookups, it should be faster because of these indices. But that doesn't change the fact that this data is, I think it's redundantly stored in the same. And I think they want to save. Of course, they want to save data. It's obvious. They obviously want to save data, but that I think it's also true that this is just an unnecessary big table. This is just unnecessary. So I think like both of this is true in a way. Okay, So we tested revisions on all of the recommended hosts on WordPress.org, and none of them disabled revisions by default. Okay, why is WP Engine the only one that does? They're strip mining the WordPress ecosystem, giving us users to crappier experience so they can make more money. I don't know. These are very bold claims. I don't know. Really don't know. I've had reports issues with my plugin and WP Engine before, but that was, I can't even recall when was the last report of it. So they definitely did some, did some improvements. And before you try to come at me that I really don't have experience and I don't know what I'm talking about, just take a look at the numbers in my support forums. It's like over 7,000 tickets and 37,000 replies. I replied to all of these tickets. I resolved all of these tickets. I'm the sole developer of this plugin, so I do this on my own. And most of these tickets are public, so you can feel free to view them. Okay, so what WP Engine gives you is not WordPress. It's something that they've chopped up, hacked, butchered to look like WordPress, but actually they're giving you a cheap knockoff and charging you more for it. This is one of the many reasons they are cancer to WordPress. Oh. It's important to remember that unchecked cancer will spread. WP Engine is setting a poor standard that others may look at and think it's okay to replicate. We must set a higher standard to ensure WordPress is here for the next 100 years. Fine, he has an opinion. Fine, I don't mind. But isn't like this against, the non-profit way of thinking what WordPress is about? Unless someone is breaking the license. As far as I know, you can modify the source, you can do whatever you want with it. And I don't think they're doing anything bad. It's just me again. I don't know. And I don't know what rules they are actually breaking. Maybe there's something in the licensing terms that you can't really change and rehost WordPress. I don't know. But there's also probably WordPress is not, obligated to give you the free service. They can just deny it whenever they want. But then again, I think it's against their, the whole thing that WordPress stands for. It's like, here you go, you do whatever you want with it. This is always how I looked at WordPress, is that here you go, just do whatever you want. But I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what this whole thing is. But I do know when you try to sabotage in this way, like calling something cancer or whatever, you need to think that it's not actually only the company you're hurting. You're hurting the customers as well. So if you're a customer of WordPress Engine, you should contact their support immediately. Let's get the 3 visions they allow turned on so you don't accidentally do something important. Ideally, they should go unlimited. But then again, it's none of your business. I don't understand why this bothers you. I don't think this is in the licensing tab that you should. It's their database. If they just don't want to allow it, just don't. Look, it's the same thing as if I go to a host. There's always some limits to the resources, the size of the size of the virtual machine and whatever. So either way, this is gonna be limited. One way or another, I'm not gonna get as many revisions that I just can't add more because I'm running out of space. Okay, true that I will get all the revisions that I had before, but they just, they're just limiting it in a different way. So you can still choose not to go to WordPress Engine. If the customers mind the 3 revisions, then they just don't go there, right? And unless this is breaking the WordPress license, which I don't think it does, then it's none of your business. But I might be wrong. Okay, correct me in the comments section. Okay, don't just dislike the video. Just you can correct me. Okay, I will make another video if I make a mistake. Okay, just don't worry about it. So remember that you're the customer, hold the power. They are nothing without the money you give them. And as you vote with your dollars, consider literally any of the WordPress hosts, and WP Engine is only one font that completely disables the revisions. Okay, it's fine to to give your opinion, but this is more than just a beef, I guess, because you just denied service. You just said that, okay, you could say this. I don't mind saying this. Okay, here you go. But why just shut it off? I don't get it. So the brouhaha in the WordPress community looks like to escalate into a legal battle around trademarks. Just the day after WordPress hosting service WP Engine sent a cease and desist notice to Automatic To stop publicly trashing WP Engine now, automatically sent its own cease and desist letter to WP Engine, saying the latest infringed several trademarks like WordPress and WooCommerce. Okay, this comes after Matt Mullenweg, the CEO of Automatic and the co-creator of WordPress last week, criticized WP Engine for profiteering of the open source WordPress project, calling the cancer to WordPress, and accused the company of contributing very little to the community. But they can do whatever they want, no? So like, you can say that. In its letter dated Monday, Automatic alleged that WP Engine has built... Oh, but they did the cease and desist notice to stop public trashing women. So this got into the drama level. Okay, maybe this wasn't a really good choice either. So like, okay, WordPress has an opinion on you. Okay, you could just move on, maybe. Especially when you know that, the other side is very keen on, suing you. Oh no. But I don't think they thought that they're gonna, just turn the power off. I'm a WordPress creator myself, but I really don't know what to think of it. So my bottom line is that a peaceful solution would be very beneficial to everybody here, I guess. So maybe both sides should, step back just a tiny bit, I don't know. But when there's lawsuits involved, it's always that bad taste, And at the end of the day, the ones who are getting caught up in this situation are always the ones at the lower level, like me, because I'm a plugin developer. Others who are like doing services, and I know it's kind of, I feel like this is a kind of a little bit of like forcing people to step away. And I get it that you have your opinion, whatever, but maybe there's still a better solution than just throw away. But that's just my 2 cents. Okay, I'm not gonna tell anyone what to do. I'm just asking for a peaceful solution. Okay, so and that's because I'm in this ecosystem. I worked with this ecosystem for a long time, and I really hope that it could it could grow as it grew in the past 10-20 years. And I feel like it got better and better every single day, and a lot of people are devoting their free time to to make the ecosystem for what it is. That's all I wanted to say.